Meet Afronita. 4.5 million followers on TikTok, millions of views across platforms because of her great dance moves and beautiful smile. Now meet Abigail, an 80-year-old dancer with 1.4 million followers on TikTok and is a very close friend to Afronita. They've made so many videos together and many people attribute Abigail's success to Afronita's influence, which cannot be denied, honestly. Now, as I said, Afronita and Abigail look to be very close friends. Until now, there's news that Afronita and Abigail are having serious issues. Now, let's remember this. There's an 80-year-old girl involved. And so I'm struggling to see how she's involved in the drama because she's 8 and the only emotions she can name at this point are probably happiness and sadness. And she definitely must have felt a lot of happiness when she walked on this stage.
Wow!
Yes, Afronita and Abigail went on Britain's Got Talent, manufacturers of 15 Minutes of Fame, and completely killed it. And this is where allegedly all the problems begin. See, on stage everything looked nice and glorious. The way they edited this episode with the storytelling and the slow motion is enough to make a grown man cry in private. But according to Abigail's manager, who just did a whole interview on Kwadwo Sheldon, a 1-hour interview, behind the scenes, things were not looking good. And Afronita's mom is right in the middle of this story. Remember, this is all just a story at this point. We don't know the other side story too. So it's all still just a story. I wasn't there, you went there. It's just drama, please. I've seen people insulting people's moms and things on Twitter. Please relax. You don't know them. Please. Okay, just read the stories and then move on. So the story now is that BGT came for Abigail alone and not both of them. Which makes sense to me because if you know BGT, you know that there's no way they'll come for Afronita alone. She's internet famous, yes, but her life is too perfect and amazing for that stage. She's beautiful, she has nice hair, no disability. She alone doesn't have an emotional story publicly, at least, that they can sell to the audience for them to cry so that they can get TV ratings. Her perfect life makes her imperfect for the show. Abigail, on the other hand, is an amazing child, like really. She's 8 years old, she's a great dancer, and she cannot hear the music properly.
She was actually born deaf. She got a hearing aid recently, so it actually helps her to hear a bit, but only in her left ear.
And as messed up as it sounds from their point of view, the producer's point of view, she's perfect for the show. With all those qualities, the white people have no excuse. They have to support. With the way the economy is going right now, the whole country of Ghana can go on BGT and we will win, just because of how sad the situation is. If we tell them how much I'm buying fuel, they'll give us the trophy, like immediately. Her story is genuinely very moving. Like even before she went on the show, a lot of people were fascinated by her, and even Simon said this.
I replayed your performance and I turned the volume down because I wanted to feel what it was like to do this without listening to the music. And it was the most unbelievable feeling, knowing that you're so good and you do this without being able to hear the music properly.
And this is where Afronita's mom steps in, allegedly. It's all still a story, remember. According to Abigail's manager, this whole thing did not sit right with Afronita's mom. He said Afronita's mom passed comments like, Afronita has been doing this for so long and she never got the opportunity to go to the UK and do this. But Abigail just came and she's going to the UK. This is what he said, she said. And a comment like that is strange, even if he says jokingly. Like, what are you trying to say? But you can also see from her point of view, if she said that Afronita is the one, Afronita's influence is what brought Abigail up. We all know this. We are human beings, you know, we are human beings, and you can act like you don't feel these feelings all you want, but every one of us, you know, in that situation, you will feel some way. You probably shouldn't say it, but then it will still be weird because it's not like Afronita is not doing well. Afronita is doing incredibly well. Like, she's still very, very successful. But you know what Michael Jackson said in that one song? Now, according to him, Afronita was not even supposed to be on the show with Abigail. Abigail was supposed to be dancing alone. And so the producers had 3 slots for Abigail and her 2 parents. But then Abigail's dad decided to give up his slot so that Afronita can go with them. But even then, not as a dancer on stage, but as a choreographer to help Abigail with her dance moves behind the scenes.
The producer says, okay, if you are agreeing for Afro to go, she will go as a choreographer.
And allegedly, Afronita's mom did not like this. And then at this point, Afronita and Abigail start having issues off camera. According to the manager, Afronita said Abigail was acting jealous because Afronita was dancing with another little girl.
So Afronita tell you, say, she was dancing with another kid and Abigail acted jealous.
Jealous.
And listen, if that is true, it makes sense. Let's not forget, we are talking about an 8-year-old over here. Again, at that age, she probably doesn't even know what emotions are. So you can't really paint her any way in this story because she's feeling jealous at the age of 8. When we were 8, we all felt jealous when somebody had the sharpener with the mirror on it. Or they had that pen that had different colors, like blue, yellow, green, that pen. So it's up to the grown-up in the situation to explain to her that, oh, listen, you don't have to feel anyway. It's not like, I will still dance with you, you know, it's not any problem. You don't have to feel like this is normal. You have to explain to her. But that didn't happen, according to the manager. What happened, according to the manager, was that Afronita was giving Abigail warm hugs on camera, but off camera, giving her the cold shoulder. Now, this may or may not be true, but if it is true, giving an 8-year-old a cold shoulder is some way. Also, he said that Afronita asked the producers for an extension of the time in the UK, but according to him, it was too early for her to ask for that. They don't even know if they're going to make it on the thing yet. Like, let's wait. But then, according to him, Afro's mom was saying things like, they're not even going to win, and so they should just take what they can get at this point. You know, weird things. According to the manager, there was even an instance where they were supposed to go on BBC, and Afronita and her people went without Abigail, according to the story. But then BBC were like, no, they're not going to do the interview without Abigail, because remember, Abigail she's the one who is going to sell the thing. Finally, they called Abigail, but when they got to the BBC, Abigail ran to Afronita, and Afronita snubbed Abigail.
And guess what Afro did? Or snubbing Abigail.
Hold up.
Yeah. Now, if you remember, Afronita had an issue with her former group DWP a while ago, and her former manager Quables came and spoke on Kwadwo Sheldon, and he mentioned that at some point Afronita's mom said to him that he should stop giving Afronita's jobs to Endurance. And so again, this is a story, but there seems to be some kind of trend in the stories.
On the call, she's like, and when people call you, stop giving Afronita's job to Endurance. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
And what do I have to say about this? Nothing. But if I were to say something, here's what I would say. I never experienced this, but you guys may have experienced this thing where, like, maybe in a neighborhood, like, two moms are fighting, and so they're telling their children to not talk to each other, but the children themselves might be cool. That's what looks like is happening over here. And I don't understand why whenever we get to the bag, whenever people get to the bag, they decide to fumble things all of a sudden. Like, seriously. But most importantly, we have to remember that there's an 8-year-old involved. And I think that it is kind of a blessing that she can't really hear. Of course, it's a disability, and we wish that she was able to hear. But what is going on right now, thank God she can't hear it. Because God knows what this kind of thing can do to a child. She's already internet famous. That comes with a lot already. And now she's already involved in drama that she didn't cause. She didn't do anything in the drama. Well, she got jealous that girl. She said, child, what? Of course, we've already said this.
The most fantastic dancers we have ever had on Britain's Got Talent.
I still won't ask you to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will ask you to leave a comment below. Let me think about the video. Let me think about this whole issue. I think it's really, really sad that at the highest points of these people's careers, they're having to go through this. And it's because of their parents. I don't really love talking about these kind of things, but I really love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Sing the song.
I will never ever ask you to like and subscribe, but you go share my video if you know you're feeling my vibe. People are gonna never ever ask you to like and subscribe, but you go share.